Things can't stay well and good forever. We had the rumblings of trouble with, wow, on the horizon, other countries with some potential losses on the line could turn their gaze towards the Tempest Federation. And that is, of course, if Rimuru actually survives having to stomach Shion's cooking for a week. But happiness doesn't last forever, and the Tempest Federation is doing well. Seems like a recipe for disaster. Let's see how it cooks. Are we going back to the school already? They are safe from dying at an early age, but still having to go through... Ah. That's a good sign when your teacher just melts. You trickster, Rimuru. But all of them? So, the interim teacher that Rimuru left him with actually did quite a good job as well. No longer be your teacher, but sooner or later they can come to visit when they actually properly go through their education. Which one is that? Ah. Now that is definitely a reason to do well in school. It was through their own hard work. And considering when we joined the kids, when they weren't really interested in anything, they kind of resigned themselves to their fates. It looks kind of peaceful for a place of monsters. Now, hopefully this new member of the hero squad is well, not immediately hostile to them all. Like, people are going to have their own histories and backstories, and the way that she was looking over the city, I wasn't sure what kind of emotions she was trying to portray. We actually have quite a lot of those kind of characters who I don't know of a better way to explain it, but you wouldn't really trust them with anything on the outset. You meet them and they are, well, like Aqua from Konosuba. Obviously not that bad. He dressed down, but she still looks like she's wearing the travelling gear. Unless I just wasn't paying attention. And pointing out, yeah, he was incredibly weak to magic before. Right, and a bit dumb. So they're getting ready. Well, that is one of their big attractors for their city, is it not? There has to be an onsen scene in every episode. Contractually obliged. It's good that they're hard at work when he shows her around rather than slacking off or drinking. And how does an outsider come across all of this and see all the different races all working in somewhat harmony? Gabiru. Quite well founded, yes. Yep, but also they aren't hostile at all. But unfortunately, other places are gonna not see it that way. Well, we need to take them down before they become unstoppable. Gullible, yes. Also, just yes. Also, just kind of calm and kind. That as well. It was a slaughter. Which must mean you're getting stronger, if he's not holding back anymore. It's... if they can't even overcome their teacher. I mean, their ability to suffer tremendous wounds and just carry on. That's the strength of the Goblin Riders. The Goblin Wolf Riders. It wasn't even a fair fight. Completely humiliated him. Are you sure you want to make any bets? Okay. Well, we've got a new member to the team as well. Straight into the ground? Yeah. She planted an idiot. And that's a good reaction to it. Is he in a position to really contend the result? A man of his word. He'd still have to carry it out. Well, hopefully that's not a foreshadow. Yep, and at the minute he's just going to end up being beaten into the dirt by... Let's hope that no one who he's impersonating overhears any of this. You'll finally be able to get one up on him. You're getting pulled into a world of trouble. That's what you're doing. And if you think he was serious before... But is he just going to charge forward? As if he didn't have a way of getting out of a puddle. Blap. One down. He's already dead. They still have a little ways to go, even with their underhanded preparations. And observant. Yep. I think even with the great generals admitting they aren't even a match for Rimuru. Hey, is that the merchant? I think Rimuru in a ponytail actually works quite well. Obligatory Onsen. Usually people die when they're killed. But the day that they actually may overcome their master, is that going to be a happy day? Or one that comes with consequences? Gobta's ability to just get up and go is commendable. Just make them breakfast. They'll regret it. I thought it was some sort of interlude showing the flowers. They really are invested, aren't they? And making a name for yourself in business is good, but you'll definitely find those that want to shut you down because you're cutting into their profits. I don't think it's safe to be sharing the books like that, especially when I'm guessing a few of them have different reading speeds. Okay, well, we weren't given much of a rundown of that one. You'll be called in to assist. That's defensive alliances for you. Oh, you're saying that, but the thing is, having this outlook of being a really friendly city available to anyone, but he might be leaving himself open. Right away, no, but don't just get complacent. Yeah, really building up this place to be one of those type of countries. Okay, the tales of their victories have spread. Not completely. Why would he go to the nation of monsters? And there we have it. And so rather than changing your ways slightly, working around the new nations popping up, so rather than, what other countries have done and set up a delegation to go talk to them, possibly see what potential benefits both nations could have. Oh no, not a church guy. Yeah, it's an archbishop. Okay. Well, this gives them more than enough reason to go in, doesn't it? One of them didn't look shocked. It's good that they've set up a few defensive alliances then already. But would we get a straight on? Wow. It's not surprising that you're setting up a Tempest Federation. We are doing this purely in defense. Otherworlders. I mean, we knew Shizu and Rimuru, obviously, and was there another one? Oh yeah, the guy that he showed in the manga, so Marie Slime Janayo. I wouldn't want him so close to me. Really, it goes a bit beyond just greed and money now. I don't even want to think about how many places throughout history have been torn down thanks to meddling. I mean, it even goes on now, we know that. What? Look on the bright side, yes. And if these are the otherworlders, do they get here in the same kind of way? Sort of reincarnation? Are you going to just happen to talk about your special abilities and what you can do, even though you've known each other for a while? Dissidents amongst the ranks. That you know of. That you know of. So they're still rather attached to their original worlds. I was expecting him to not open his eyes until it gets really serious, but wow, that's a good shading. You know, if you don't go in all guns blazing and evil, there's a few other ways you don't dribble on the books. You can gain your freedom. Yep. And as I said, we have been too calm for too long. Of course, something was about to go down. Hang on, was that Milim's shadow? You can tell that hairstyle anyway. Even if the Holy Kingdom did descend, if they catch the village by surprise, some damage can definitely be done. I'm trying to think. We've had characters in this so far, you know, being killed off. It's definitely not out of the realms that something really bad could happen. And there's 3 that I can think of straight off the bat that could be like a big driving force. You know, the old master, how the hell do you describe him? The not all with it, too nice for his own good Goblin Rider dude. The problem is you can also see where the other, you know, that kingdom was coming from. They have to protect their own interests. It's just at the detriment to the world. Prelude. But with the beast forces from Carrion, the undercover ones from Clayman, Milim standing at the window, the Holy Knight Kingdom forces, and probably some others. There is going to be a great clash, and unfortunately the Tempest Federation seems to be in the middle of it. The good thing is Rimuru can handle himself. The issue comes with everyone else. The city isn't built of just powerhouses. We have a nation that lives and breathes with its people. And it's going to be the case with some other characters where even though Mulan is an undercover spy sent to infiltrate and observe, she's actually going to see what the Tempest Federation has to offer, realise, actually, this ain't too bad. I like it here. And hopefully these other worlders are capable of holding a conversation before too much damage gets done. If Rimuru says, hang on a second, you know Japan as well? But on our first meeting of them, they don't seem like the easiest of bunch to appease. They know what they want. They want comfort, good food, mainly to go home. And I don't think they're really going to hold back their punches in trying to obtain that. But are we ready for the disaster? Some might say, no way in hell. Unfortunately, we're going to have to see it. So if you enjoyed this one, let me know. Leave a like and a comment down below. Maybe even subscribe. Check the links in the description for Discord. Or anything else, really. Try not to be pulled along by the whims of the donkeys in charge. And join me for the next one.